So you can see a beautiful new Buckfast F1 Queen from Lawrence at Black Mountain Honey. Thank you very much. All marked up and ready to go in. There's quite a few attendants there and been nibbling at the fondant through the postal system. So about to make up a new nuke now for this beauty. So let's crack on. So I've made up a new nuke for the Queen, which I received, and I've placed it next to the polytunnel because we've got lots of goodies that are growing inside. If you want to have a little look, and you'll see lots of strawberries in here that are flowering. We've got the Monge 2, pea pods, all sorts that's growing in here. The beauty about polytunnel is obviously you can get going so a lot earlier. These potatoes are doing very well. So the idea is that if we have the bees here, then they can come in and pollinate as much as they can to be able to help us to bring on the food supplies. So just going to add some feed on here, but they were all up in the feeder yesterday, so I'm going to open them up today, pop some feed in, and then hopefully they can get to work. Here we are. We have a nuke of bees here where I've taken 2 frames from one of my other apiaries, placed them in here with some feed. I've got some Hive Alive on the top, and I introduced a queen in a cage which I got from Lawrence at Black Mountain Honey. Thank you so much for that. Looking forward to see how your bees shape up compared to my normal ones. So gonna go in here now, have a look to see if there's been any queen cells that have been drawn, and if there are, I'm going to cut them out. So I have a blade with me here. I'm going to take those queen cells out and I will look to rear them in a mating nuke. If they're not quite ready just yet, then the queen is not going to be able to be released today, as I want those capped so that I can utilize those and try to create my own queen cells from that and create some additional nukes. So without further ado, let's open her up. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. So you'll see I have a hat on. So basically what that's for is so that when I lean forward, the hat pushes the veil down. Otherwise, I have been stung twice on my chin where the veil gathers. So if you see me wearing a hat when I'm beekeeping, that's the reason why. Okay, so I'm going into the hive now. So time for gloves on. Put the brick on there as a weight just to stop it from blowing away in the wind, as we are quite exposed here. Lick of smoke, let them know that I'm here. Okay, so there they are. They're on the queen cage, as you can see. So there is the queen cage that I've introduced. You can see the bees feeding the queen through the cage. Right, let's create some room here through taking out one of the end frames. Check the frame, make sure there's no queen on there, because I know there's not one, but you still have to check. You never know what may have gone wrong. There is a frame of honey which I introduced in. All looking good. And then I put a frame of foundation in here, hoping that they may draw it out, but it's a bit early just yet. They've not worked on that just yet. Next frame. This was just a frame of drawn comb that I put in. So when the queen is released, she's got somewhere good to go. There is some pollen stores on there as well. So I'm hoping that they're just going to accept this queen. good. The queen is still moving around. It's great to see. She looks a little bit bigger actually. So you can see these bees here all working around the queen there, feeding her up. Hopefully that shows that they've accepted her already, as they are queenless. So you can see here some of the eggs are now at larvae stage. There's emerging brood. There's definitely no queen on that frame. Again, a couple of queen cells on this side, play cups really. They don't have any eggs in them to be able to bring them on, so yeah, there's no queen in here. The eggs that are in there are over 3 days old, so they're not going to be able to be pulled out now. So I think we're safe to introduce the queen. I'll make sure that I open this correctly. I don't want to have any damage happen to the queen. Try and get these attendants off. Okay, the queen is out. She's gone straight down. And hopefully straight to work. Thanks guys, thanks ladies. Yep, she's straight into work. Fascinating watching, see what's going on here. They're just grooming her, cleaning her up. So there she is now. She's going around the frame, just having a look at her new home. Hopefully working out where to lay her first eggs. We're all welcoming her in. They're all cleaning her up. Because she's been in a cage where there's been the fondant, she will be sticky with fondant, so they're all cleaning her up. So there she is in the middle there. Wonderful. So they've got plenty of pollen stores here on the side, capped brood. There's still some larvae there, honey stores on the side. So hopefully she can get laying now. Let's leave them to it. It's being gentle, I can see the queen in there. Great, so we've got some feed on. So there we go, that's great. So she's in there now. She's got 2 frames of brood in all stages that she's crawling around at the moment. 1 frame of drawn comb for her to get laying straight into. 2 frames of foundation for the bees to start to draw out. And 1 frame of honey plus, and pollen stores. Plus we've got some sugar syrup and Hive Alive on there to give them an extra boost. Can't wait to see when she gets laying. And that was a very successful introduction. My first time using nitrile gloves. As you can see, no one's tried to sting me. It's all been quite peaceful. So that, for me, is top notch. Thanks Lawrence at Black Mountain Honey. Anybody who is not following Lawrence, come on, you should be following Lawrence. If you're watching me, you need to be watching Lawrence. Please do like and subscribe and see how Lawrence's queen fares versus my own. I'm super excited about this. So the rhododendron is out here, and I was told that rhododendron makes crazy honey. Anyone else heard this before? Apparently the bees feed on rhododendron. It makes some hallucinogenic honey which they call crazy honey. I'd love to know if it's true because we've got loads and loads of rhododendron here. Look where we are. These are old formal gardens. So there is the home of Staunton Park, and we just have so much rhododendron here. Beautiful. And my apiary is just beyond there, through the gate.